Well, some of my friends who know of my moral standings and beliefs were real shocked when I championed the cause of starting a program for the children of unwed mothers in the public schools. And I must say I went through some soul searching before I really entered into, in an overt way, trying to lobby for and help to get the program started. But I am a firm believer that every child that's born is going to get 18 to 20 years of close, supervised attention. They'll either get it at home and in school, or they'll get it in prison, in the hospital, or some other negative place. And I firmly believe that it's economically expedient, it's morally expedient, it's emotionally expedient to give that 18 to 20 years of supervision on the front end rather than later in life. And we as a society just have to decide what we are going to do. We can build jails and we can build halfway houses, but until we help children beginning with before they are born, and that's what the program for unwed mothers did. It was started with a grant from a state dropout prevention program, and we had a hard time. I had visited other school systems that had such programs, and being in home economics, my area of interest and expertise was in child development and family life education. And having grown up with a loving and supportive mother, I know firsthand, as well as through the literature and through my experience with children, that the first 4 or 5 years of a child's life are the most important. And if a foundation is not laid, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult for that child to have a successful life. So when I heard about the dropout prevention grants, and when I visited other schools and saw that teen moms were able to bring their children to school, which allowed them to stay in school, and then as a part of the program they had to spend at least 1 hour a day in the daycare center learning and practicing those skills that they really needed in order to be an effective mom. I thought it was a good program, and although I still abhor teen pregnancy, I still abhor sexual promiscuity, I still abhor the fact that our young people are experiencing so many things at such an early age. But I think once a child gets here, regardless of the circumstances, that child and the mother need all of the support that we can give them. And it was several years before I and some of the other people in my profession who believed in the program were able to convince our administration and the powers that be that such a program could be handled tastefully in our system. It wasn't until the League of Women Voters backed the legislation that we sort of cracked the door and were able to have our administrators agree that we could start the program. And I'm happy to say that we were able to get an advisory committee of some very outstanding people in our community who worked in various agencies that dealt with parenting teens and pregnant teens to be on our advisory board. One of them was Dr. Stephanie Bailey, who is now over the health department for Metro government. And she and some other persons of her caliber did an excellent job in helping us to plan the center. The first program was at Maplewood High School. And I think when we opened, we had either 15 or 18 teen parents and their babes. And for the 5 years that that program operated, first 5 years, we had a 100% graduation rate of those teens, and that was our goal. We had a twofold goal. One was that the teen mom would graduate, and the second one was to prevent a second pregnancy, because the literature tells us that the younger the teen is who becomes a mom, the more likelihood is that she will have the second child, unless some strong intervention is not done.